Comic-Con this year, so she's having to watch from the wings a lot, but Juliana was nice enough to so you have to be quiet. Just be quiet.
No, we want to ask Mom questions.
Oh, you want to? Okay, then you can ask Mom questions too if you want. Yeah. I'd love to have it. There was American Forces Network in my brother's in the Army. So Hi, guys.
Hello.
Hi.
So let's talk about Lydia.
Okay.
And she seems like every season she's getting more and more continuing season 6 and more about her and she's
I mean, you definitely had learned about her personal family history with being a Banshee, and this season we played with a lot of time periods, and so there was perhaps a Banshee connection to one of them. And how much does that have to do with Lydia or not is the question. Yeah. So you do. There are. I wouldn't say we dwell deep into it because there's definitely a more central issue at hand in Beacon Hills. And however a Banshee can help, she definitely utilizes that power. But I would say there's one amazing episode that goes with just the Irish folklore in itself, and it makes you understand more of the folklore versus just Lydia's family.
Sorry. Will we see more of Lydia and Leah having scenes together? They have such a fun relationship.
Shelley and I have a ton of scenes this season. The dynamic between us is a lot of fun between Lydia's intelligence and Leah's interpretation of how the world works. So seeing that the awkward banter is I thought was at least fun to act, and I also think just the kinds of mysteries we're solving this season of Beacon Hills, we need that physicality in Malia and the supernatural power of Lydia. So it's also needed as well.
So some of us have noticed that Lydia and Deputy Parrish have incredible chemistry. Any chance of a romance?
It's just me, guys. No.
Style.
Yeah. So you're talking about for Styles or for Parrish?
Well, we noticed Parrish and Lydia have great chemistry on
Very
screen.
sweet.
So
I've known Ryan for 9 years. 9 years. I've lived here for 10 and I've known him for 9. So I've known Hecklin that long too.
So is there a chance of a romance in season 6?
I can't tell you those things. That's like the most kept secret. Lydia definitely has a connection to someone in season 6. Yeah.
Will she have many scenes with Deputy Parrish?
Stay tuned. We both have really interesting roles in season 6. Yeah.
So what can you tell us about
I know, these are terrible answers.
I know.
I would say, I could say this since Jeff said this, that Scott is single this season, so if you're dealing with any sort of relationship, you can look to Lydia and ... and somebody else. Yeah.
So last season was really hard on Lydia Simpson and Eichen House. Is it any easier?
It is. The physicality for me this season was easier. Yes, it definitely was. I think I break out of my insane asylum and I'm able to come back down to earth a little bit. Unfortunately, that means me wearing more heels, and I'm more part of the pack solving the central issue, which is a pretty massive issue. It's if you can believe it, it's the biggest problem we've had on Team Wolf yet. I know that's saying a lot and promising a lot, and I can promise you that delivers. It is actually the biggest problem we've had in Beacon Hills in the series for the first part of season 6 at least. Yeah.
Has Lydia changed any since she's learned more about controlling her powers?
Yeah, I feel like Lydia, as far as the scenes that were written this season, I feel like they've taken on a lot more of a mature role, and there's definitely that little bit of a bickering, between Styles and Malia, but ultimately it's about getting the job done, and I think she's the most pragmatic she's ever been. And doesn't let personal feelings come into play. So I think that she's the most mature she's ever been on the show. Anything else?
Well, what can you tell us about Lydia and Styles?
That's a question for Jeff Davis. What can you tell us about Lydia and Styles? That's his question. But I think the Stydia fans will be at least entertained, to say the least. Yeah.
So
I asked this before to someone else,
Yeah.
but if you could write an episode, what would you have your character do?
I want to say it was the 8th episode. It was this episode written by our writer Angela Harvey. She wrote a fantastic episode for Lydia's situation, at least. It was fantastic. It was one of my favorite episodes that Lydia got to go through. And it was a lot of days on set for me, but it was really fun. So yeah, I would say my perfect episode has been written. It's 608. I think it's 608. She's gonna kill me. It's either 606 or 608. But it's the episode that Angela Harvey wrote. Yeah, it deals with a different time period. Yeah.
When you think of all the supernatural creatures that you've dealt with on the show, what is your favorite one? Is it one that you've already dealt with, or one that we're going to be dealing with in the new season?
This season 6A is very similar to season 3A. And those are my favorite kind of villains where it's more mental and there's not a lot of effects, there's not even a lot of physicality. It's just two people in a room and the go game, the Japanese go was my favorite idea of messing with someone's mind. I mean, like Silence of the Lambs is my kind of thing. So I like that the villains this season, although there is a lot of action involved, it's how it really gets to you, how they whittle you down, and it's more mental. And that's why I really like this season, because it reminds me of 3A. So to answer your question, it's coming up, and it was in 3A. Yeah.
Are we going to get more fighting scenes?
I don't have a ton of fighting this season. That's one thing I can tell you. No, I don't. I think it was a matter of getting out of Aiken, and a lot of it was... I felt like I was fighting most of the season because we shot this one breakout in so many different lights of, flash forwards and flashbacks. So I would say not a lot of fighting for Lydia. A lot of fighting, but not for Lydia. Yeah, there's also it's a dual villain situation going on. I realize, and I've only been talking about one of them, but the other one is very physical. Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out your shirt. You can...
Oh, yes. If you guys are looking at this, you can pee next to me. It's a shirtwithamaze.com/equality, supporting equality for the bathroom bill in North Carolina. And it's a great shirt. It's for sale. And we're just raising awareness about it.
Awesome.
Great.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you guys. Appreciate it.